Whoa, so how do you deal with that? What do you do when someone says no thank you and tries to kick you off your doorstep? I've been getting this email a lot, and in this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to deal with the no thanks, not interested, very quick rejection at the door to help you develop your confidence, turn that no into more yeses, but most importantly, to keep your morale high so that doesn't impact you and you can go hit that next door and make a sale. Hey, my name's Adam, the Roof Strategist, and I help salespeople and sales teams just like you reach peak performance, have fun doing it, and smash their income goals. And in this video, you're going to learn a handful of strategies to deal with that rejection when that door is slammed or about to be slammed in your face. The biggest objection I hear is no thanks. And I just got one today. He says, Adam, please help me. How do I deal with the no thanks at the door? And I want to cover some groundwork. And it is this. When someone says no thank you, the chance of you flipping that around are low, realistically. Does it mean you should give up? Absolutely not. Does it mean that there's a magic bullet that's going to make things work for you? No, it doesn't. But what it does mean is that you have an opportunity to develop yourself as a salesperson. So here's my first piece of advice. Use that opportunity when you're at the door, you knock and you hear no thanks or not interested. Use it as a time to challenge yourself because confidence is comfort. I'm going to repeat that and write that in your little journal. Confidence is comfort. When you're comfortable in yourself, you will be confident no matter what happens. So when someone says no thank you, use that as an opportunity to keep them talking at the door. Because guess what? You have literally nothing to lose. You can't get rejected anymore because you've already heard no. Yeah, I know it can feel worse because they could say mean things. But my point is, you have no sale or you have a sale opportunity. So if there's no sale, you've got nothing to lose. So try to go down this path. By doing it, keep them talking at the door. You can do anything that you want. Play with it. I used to do this and say, listen, I'm going to make it a game. And I made it a game to see how long I could stand in front of that customer and try to keep them talking. Just by doing that alone, I turned some of those rejections into sales because people saw the human in me and not the salesperson in me, okay? Now, there's a few different strategies to do that. One is to say, listen, I apologize for interrupting your day. Now, before I go, I just want to tell you that aspen tree that you guys have in front is absolutely stunning, or the garden in front, or the boat. Just divert and compliment. You will be amazed when someone is abrupt with you, no thank you, and you say, oh, I'm sorry. By the way, I just wanted to tell you, the boat, just when you take that insult, essentially, that very quick, rude, not interested, or the peek behind the door, and then you start complimenting their home, their property, or their interests, things are going to transform for you because there's a level of guilt that they feel, especially when you're kind. Now, that doesn't always happen. Sometimes they're still going to close the door, but whatever, just brush it off. And if you haven't watched my video on staying confident when knocking doors, I tell a really, really powerful story that you can tell yourself. And I'm going to put that video link right here. It's about staying confident in the door and dealing with rejection, understanding that it's not about you, the individual, okay? Now, I got an email from a guy who watched that, and he literally sent me a photoshopped image of him in a boat. You'll see what I mean when you watch the video. And he said, Adam, thank you so much. This has really helped me stay confident at the door when I'm getting rejected. So, tactic one, keep them talking by diverting to a compliment about their home, their property, or a common interest, all right? Any common interest, fishing, hunting, sports, politics, whatever it is, any common ground that you find is going to be very powerful. All right, step number two, ask another question. Unfortunately, this strategy is not as much on my favorite list, so to speak, but it's what's taught a lot in door-to-door sales is by driving. Well, why not? Why aren't you interested? You should be interested. Can I share with you why you should be interested? You can ask a question, but I encourage you not to do it abrasive. So many people teach these really abrasive questions like, well, you should be interested, why aren't you? And you can say, listen, I totally understand you're not interested. While I'm here, all I wanted to ask was, you said you're not interested, or you said you're taken care of, or whatever the rejection is. And I'm going to use no thanks for right now. If they say no thanks, say, and make it a joke. That's why I say I don't like those challenging questions that push people. But if someone opens the door and they say no thanks, and you say, no thanks to what? I haven't offered you anything yet. Make it a joke. Some people will stay there and stick around and soften it. And then again, pump the pitching brakes, take a step back, find some common ground to break the ice. Beautiful boat, beautiful driveway, beautiful this, beautiful garden. Okay, let's start over. And just play with it and have fun. But when you can inject humor into your questions, when you get rejected, to ask a question that's going to make them chuckle a little bit. Again, like, no thanks. You can't thank me yet. I haven't offered you anything. Like, you will see that some people on the human side are just going to be like, oh man, This guy ain't so bad, he ain't pushy. But people's guard are naturally up when they're in their home because their home is their castle, all right? So the next strategy, to recap, we have 1 is divert with a comment, 2, inject some humor and ask a question. All right, now the final one is just to plead your case. And you can try all these angles. Every human is different and they're gonna react in different ways. But if they say no thanks or not interested, you can say, I totally understand. May I leave you with some information? I do believe you may want to be interested in this because then we use the L from the SLAP formula. LL, whichever way that shows up. I failed dyslexic tests. Whichever way is an L. The L from SLAP, which is letting them know why you are there and making it very familiar to their neighborhood or their town. So listen, I understand you're not interested. I do believe you may want to take a look at this because something familiar. I'm working with 3 homeowners on your street. I just helped John and Caroline get their home approved. I just helped Owen with his roof. Whatever it is that you make it familiar. I just met with their adjuster. I just helped them go from having their claim denied to paid for. And when you make it very familiar to them, you might peek back some interest, okay? So there are 3 different ways for you to take the no thanks or not interested at the door to develop your confidence as a challenge, as a game to see how long you can stay talking with them. Because as you do that and you embrace the discomfort, you become more confident. And with confidence, you can handle any of these scenarios that are thrown your way, all right? The other one is to inject humor, okay? Ask questions with humor. The other idea is for you to inject a compliment. Say, hey, I'm really sorry, and then compliment something on their property. You'll be amazed at how many people feel bad. Be like, you know what, thank you so much. And then you can continue the dialogue. And the 4th way is just ask some questions and plead your case, not ask questions, plead your case as to why they should likely be interested by making it relevant to their neighborhood, their street, their town, whatever it is. The deadline looming, let's say it's the end of a storm season, and you say, listen, I understand you're not interested. I just want to share one thing about how time sensitive this is because I just helped your neighbor John about 3 houses up with the same thing. And those types of things can pique their curiosity enough to start that conversation. I hope this helps you with dealing with that rejection at the door to close more sales and most importantly to build your confidence because when you've already got to know, you've got nothing to lose. Now I am going to leave you with one bonus tip and that's this. Role play is the most valuable thing that you can do. And owners and sales managers that are listening or watching, you need to be doing this with your team. Okay? Now, you're going to say, Adam, I hate role play. It feels like acting. I hated role play. I absolutely despised it. And I put myself into that discomfort to do it, and I had my team involved too, because if you can sit here and fake pitch at the door, knock, go through it, and you've got a team of people watching you, and you can embrace that discomfort, there's nothing, no scenario in the real world field that will compete with that level of discomfort of presenting in front of a panel of 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 people in the room. Plus, you get feedback. You get live feedback from your team to share with what you're doing. That was good. That was good. Did you notice you did this? Did you notice that your hands are here? Some people do weird things that make homeowners uncomfortable, like they'll stand too close when they talk or too squared up, or they'll keep their hand in their pocket, or they'll slouch away. And you won't know what you do until you do role play. You can iron out all the kinks by doing this. And if you only have a small team, do it with a friend or family member or neighbor, okay? Coworker, someone else on your sales team. Find someone who's willing to sit and listen. And worst case, do it in front of a mirror. You're gonna feel like a total dummy at first, but embrace it. That's the feeling that you wanna sink into. Now, I got another email this morning that said, Adam, thank you. By the way, he just joined Your Complete Sales Strategy, all right? Which is the program that I recently released. There's a link in the description. It now includes the Marketing Battle Pack. Well, it always has, but it includes the Marketing Battle Pack and gives you a custom sales plan and literally everything you need to do to crack open a neighborhood and generate one sale and turn it into a snowball of many sales. There's a link below. And he says, Adam, thank you. I've finally made the leap. I'm going all in and I'm embracing the challenge and the discomfort. And I sent him a personal video reply back. And I said, you're doing it right because embracing the challenge and the discomfort is where growth happens. And if you are averse, I talked to another guy yesterday. He's saying, Adam, I'm doing direct mail because I despise knocking doors. Well, guess what? No one likes knocking doors. But the fastest way to getting comfortable with it is to find that discomfort and go deeper. Don't fight it. It's the #1 mistake. Guys, sales is personal development in disguise of a money-making opportunity. I'm going to say it again. Sales is personal development in a disguise for an opportunity for making money. That means for us to make more money, we need to develop ourselves. And that is by embracing challenge and discomfort. So when you are uncomfortable on anything, that's a sign not saying avoid it. That's a sign saying go deeper, try harder, learn to get past it because you will. Do the role play, do it in a mirror, have your team watch you, use the opportunities where you're getting that door closed in your face and getting rejected with no thanks, you're not interested. It's an opportunity to build your confidence and learn. Have fun with it. It's a game that will make you money. And if you want more, check out this playlist right here to help you with your canvassing and your objection approaches. Excuse me. I have too many playlists that I want to put in front of you. I'm going to put together a playlist for you on objection handling, and I want you to watch it because it's going to help you learn to navigate those uncomfortable situations quickly, like when you mess up filming a video for YouTube and the entire world to be able to see. And when you can learn to overcome those objections, it will also help fuel that confidence that you need to close more sales. And if you're new here, click in the video description, okay? If you're on mobile, it's a little black triangle, and you're going to see links to my Pitch Like a Pro roofing sales training library, which is 100% free. All my videos organized by category, as well as my marketing battle pack and complete sales strategy. There's links to both below for you to check out. So hop into this playlist, learn how to overcome those objections, and I will see you on the next video.